What the actual fuck, you guys? What the actual fuck? A hype train literally, like, stream just started. We've been live for 2 minutes and 19 seconds, and you guys are starting a fucking hype train? What are you doing? What are you doing? What the hell? Chat, really? Hi, boy fucking howdy. Hello, everybody. What's poppin'? What's fucking good, hombres? Mi amigas, mi amigos. Streamer early we hype. I did post about it on Twitter. Technically, I'm late by 30 minutes. I was too distracted, okay? I was really fucking distracted. I had two things distracting me this afternoon. What was distracting me? First off, gamer subs. Holy shit. Hang on, let's say hi to everybody. Hi, Devil! Congratulations on being first. Holy shit. Hi, Bolts! And thank you! 5-month sub! Holy shit, my guy! Blaz, hello! Grandma, hello! How are you? What's poppin', Grandma? Brigadier, thank you so much for the 6 months! 6 months! God damn! God damn, dude! Venom Dragon, hi hi! Hi hi! Blaz, thank you for subscribing! Tier 1, thank you, I appreciate it. Hi, Adora. Can we get a shout out for Adora, please? Hi, Shido. Hello, you love my content on Instagram? My model's adorable? Well, thank you. I appreciate that. We're speaking of adorable models and titties. So we're supposed to be having like a very serious talk about VTuber drama and taxes, but instead, one of the more important things that I want to talk to you guys about is I want to talk to you about how fucking hot Silvervale's new gamer subs thing is. Hold up, you guys. We have to talk about titties first. Can I just, everything's a little borked because, I had an update. Let me move this out of the way. Let me move me out of the way. I gotta be out of the way. We're going over here. Actually, we should go to web browsing. This is probably gonna be easier, huh? This is gonna be so much easier. Thank you, Shido, for the sub. Holy shit, dude. Thank you for the hype train on a Wednesday. Titties on a Wednesday? I fucking know. Well, it's titties every day. We fucking love titties, dude. Hang on. I don't give a shit about Meat Canyon. Get that Meat Canyon out of my fucking... Look at this! Look at this shit, chat! What the fuck is this? What is that? Did you guys see it? Can we go back? Do I have to refresh the page to go back to the thing that I actually want? Meat Canyon, get out. Go. Go, get out. Waifu Cup's big puffer. I want Silvervale back. Please. We've had you for a while. I don't care about this collection. How do I scroll? Oh wait, there's a scroll button down here. Haha! Look at me! Oh, fuck, buddy. No, back. Look at this. Right? What is this? Is this allowed? Is this acceptable? There's a lot of things I wish I was popping in my mouth right now, and a lot of it is mostly Silvervale. I mean, I don't necessarily care what the flavor is in this content. All I know is that there is a limited time pre-order waifu pad, and I'm fucking desperate for this in my life right now. Holy shit. Oh my god. I've never put a gamer subs in my mouth before, but like, I can think of a lot of things that I want to put in my mouth right now, to be honest with you. Goddamn. Apparently it's, sour cherry flavor, which, also isn't my favorite flavor for a drink either. Frankly, I don't fucking know anybody that drinks sour cherry anything. Wait. Isn't it like sour cherries that, Like, if you drink something sour cherry flavored, like, it makes you shit? Isn't that a thing? Like, isn't sour cherry flavor, like, if you actually have, like, sour cherry concentrate, that it's supposed to help you take a poop when you're constipated? Or am I wrong? Am I wrong about that one? Hi, Grim. Hi, Scaled Panda. Hi, Riding Sonic. Thank you for the check-ins, you guys. And thank you guys for the level 2 hype train. Goddamn. Tart cherry helps with gout. With gout. Okay. Well, I guess, not to rep Silvervale and Gamer Subs or anything, because I ain't sponsored by any of this fucking shit, but I could see having that mouse pad on my desk helping with my gout, if you know what I mean. Sheesh. Goddamn. Hi, Yumi. Hello, how are you? You redeemed a forehead kiss. You did. Mwah. Forehead kisses. I'm sorry. I missed that. I got distracted. So, anyway, as I said, technically we're fucking 20 minutes late, because I was gooning over here. Am I allowed to say that word? I don't fucking know, dude. I was having a great fucking time over here. I've just been kind of like trawling through some of like the Gamer Subs flavors too. I've never drank, don't say gooning. Well, to be honest with you guys, like, if we're being completely upfront about things, like, you know, masturbation is explicitly a sin, but, like, the Bible doesn't mention anything about gooning, so we're doing great. Thought we were talking about taxes, not titties. This is an easy stream, okay? We're warming up into taxes. You know, you can't have taxes without like simultaneously having an underpaid, stressed out, tired fucking accountant gooning in the bathroom to try and take his mind off of the fact that he's been in the office for fucking 14 hours, all right? Hi, Matt. What's poppin'? What's good, Lob? How are you guys doing? We waxing the titties? I mean, sheesh. Goon caves are... I don't know what a goon cave... What the fuck's a goon cave? Is that where you, like... Is that where you get so sweaty that you just kind of leave it smelling kind of musty all over the place? Is that what happens? Thank you guys so much for the type train. Holy shit, y'all. Holy shit. That's crazy. Thank you guys for the subs. I really do appreciate it. Not only do you willingly associate yourself with me, not only do all of you, for some fucking godforsaken unknown reason, willingly associate yourselves with me and my stream, for some reason, Brigadier Bacon in specific, like, applied to be a mod. Why would you want to moderate this shit, bro? This is cancer. This is literally like if you let anyone know that this is your side hobby, that you do this just for funsies and you don't even fucking get paid for it, you do this shit for free with your very, very precious spare time that you could be doing literally anything else in the world, like watching a streamer that's actually interesting. I don't fucking know, working a second job. Instead, you're here listening to me talking about gooning to taxes, okay? Good, what do you mean? What version of goon? I mean the version of gooning. I might invite you to actually just look that one up on Urban Dictionary, Ayumi. I wholly, thoroughly invite you to take a peek at Urban Dictionary and have some fun looking at that one. I'm going to your taxes. We're going to talk about taxes for a little bit. We're going to have a conversation about taxes today. Because there's been some fucking drama in the VTuber community. Hey man, I gotta put this away. I gotta put this away. Here, we can look at my titties instead. There's been some drama. There's been some drama in the VTuber community, chat. We're having a drama kind of week, and like all VTuber drama, at least 90% of it involves Niji Sanji. So why don't we have a fucking conversation about Niji Sanji drama? Who here has heard about the new Niji Sanji drama of the flavor of the week? Not to be mistaken with the Silver Veil Gamer Sups new cherry flavored thing, but the new Niji Sanji drama. No, I've never heard of her. Niji Sanji? You haven't heard of Niji Sanji? The company? What? You guys? Okay. So, I guess we'll fucking start there. Don't know who or what that is. How many of you guys like VTubers? Show of hands, please. Heard mostly of the V Shoujo drama. It's close. It is V Shoujo adjacent. It is V Shoujo adjacent. What the fuck's a VTuber? I don't know. God. Fuck, I don't know, dude. What the fuck is a VTuber? Those degens? Yeah, sheesh. Okay. Who here has heard of a Holo Live? I guess we'll start there. Who knows what a Holo Live is? Why is a VTuber? Well, you see, when a mommy and a daddy love each other very, very much, and they make a baby, and then the daddy one day gets up and leaves, and mommy has to work for too long, and the baby winds up growing up on Toonami, suddenly the baby grows up thinking that they can make money from being an anime person on the internet, and that is how you get a VTuber, okay? That's how you get a VTuber, alright? Did mommy and daddy really love each other then? I can't confirm that for you, Grandma. However, I can confirm that daddy did in fact put his love inside of mommy. So that's some form of love, okay? Code Lyoko was your VTuber awakening. Got it? Absolutely fucking not. It was Gundam Seed in the scene where Kira Yamato fucked that one bitch. Okay? That one particular scene was my VTuber awakening, alright? Thank God you got an ad to censor this VTuber creation explanation. Yeah, you probably, it's frankly cancerous. It's probably toxic. You shouldn't listen to it. Maybe that's why I'm kaiju themed. It's not because I'm a big monster girl that likes to step on things. It's simply because this stream is so fucking radioactive cancerous that nobody should be listening to it. All right? That's where we're at, okay? All right. Yeah, you're right. It was Gundam Seed when all those kids died. That's what got me bricked up. Anyway, Niji Sanji, back to our fucking tax drama. You gremlins. You fucking gremlins? How'd you know? I didn't take my ADHD meds today. You little shits. Listen here. We're talking about important stuff. We're talking about taxes and I'm making it fun for you. Prolonged exposure to this stream will cause Shin Godzilla level mutations due to radiation. I mean, what's taxes? I don't fucking know either. Honest. Take my meds? No, you can't make me. Put them in my throat, I guess. Jesus. You knew you had a tax slasher and didn't take the thinky meds? Well, to be 100% fair, I got distracted this morning. I had to take Grandma to the vet today, okay? I had to take Grandma to the vet. Grandma's fine. Grandma's doing okay. She's fine. She's just an old lady. Talking taxes, better set jiggle physics to the max. I'll just bounce the whole time. Hi, Elric. Hello. What's poppin'? Taxes are more fun when the path is not aligned. It's true, though. I'll bounce. We'll put fucking that one game up in the corner. What's it called? That one game that everyone does on TikTok. Minecraft, I guess. Subway Surfers. Thank you. Thank you, Subway Surfers. I've never played it before. You had to go to the vet because you were watching Maki? Cause an eye to grow out of your armpit? No, we took my cat, Grandma. We call her Grandma. Her name's actually Kitty, but she's 19 fucking years old, alright? My cat is 19 goddamn years old, alright? She's old as shit. I took her to the vet because she's losing a little bit of weight. Turns out she just, she doesn't have any teeth anymore. So I gotta feed her soft food. They've all fallen out of her little noggin, old lady. Gotta get her some kitty dentures or something. Looks at your grandma cat that just hoovered all your other cat's food. She does eat a lot, I thought. But we gotta get her some more food in her. Gotta, man, higher calorie stuff. Your grandma's nickname is Kitty? Oh, shit. I bet if we swapped them for the afternoon, neither of us would know the difference. Bacon. If you want to play tradesies with your grandma and my kitty, I mean your kitty and my grandma, no one will know the difference. We can put two pictures of them side by side and they're going to be like, wow, that's the same fucking picture. So, we're talking about taxes today. On track, there is a company called Niji Sanji. How the fuck do you guys not know what Niji Sanji is? Let me explain. So you guys know what Hololive is. That's like all the big people like Gargura, big VTuber people. Yes, Niji Sanji, that's why I'm here. Thank you. Niji Sanji is basically attempted to position itself as a company that manages VTubers, and it is supposed to be like the Burger King to Hololive's McDonald's, all right? Shut the fuck up, you guys. Shut the fuck up. You guys are crazy. They basically positioned themselves like in the VTuber talent management agency. They are supposed to be literally the Burger King to fucking Hololive's McDonald's have an ass. But they clearly keep dropping the fucking ball. There is like a massive outflux of ex-Niji Sanji VTubers who are, as of very recently, all starting to debut under VShojo instead. So you have it's kind of like an open secret of like this is their past lives. They were these Niji Sanji streamers, but now they're with VShojo, which all of you guys will probably know. VShojo has Iron Mouse, yeah. So yeah, exactly. You've got Doki Bird, you've got Matara, K9 Kuro, and as of very, very recently, Michi Michovi is the newest VShojo girl that was Niji Sanji. They're taking their audiences with them. Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. So, essentially, all of these Niji Sanji English-speaking streamers and VTubers. Michi, which one is that? She's new. Like, she just debuted, like, last week, I want to say? Bricky, the new VShojo girl in my heart. Aw, it's Mika. Yeah. Hi, Leviathan. How's it going? So, yeah, essentially, Niji Sanji is mismanaging their talents so fucking badly, and they're all starting to talk about things, and specifically, formerly known as Mika, now known as Michi Michovi, has come out, along with K9 Kuro, essentially talking about massive amounts of tax debt that they found themselves in. And essentially winding up at the end of their contracts, finding out that they owe thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars in tax debt to their countries when they were under the impression that their withholdings from Niji Sanji, from their payroll withholdings, were taking care of their taxes on their behalf. How in the hell do you have so much tax debt? I mean, imagine making a significant amount of income and then not paying taxes on it for 2 years straight, is essentially what happens. When you have, like, foreign countries, Like foreign countries like Indonesia, where they are, a lot of times you don't actually file the taxes for like you do in the United States. In the United States and in Canada, you essentially have to file your taxes every single year. Annually, you file taxes. In other countries, you don't. Like a lot of countries, you just kind of do your withholdings, and that more or less takes care of it. You don't have to file it. If there's any additional money paid, like the government will take care of it and they'll fucking refund you for it. They handle it internally. The US and Canada are kind of goofy where like people themselves are very much more so involved in filing taxes every year and then the government just checks it instead. It's an odd system. More reasons why the US is the worst. The US is the worst tax-wise for a lot of fucking reasons, but we're not getting into that situation today. So, essentially there was an entire video that Michi Michovi came out with. It was a clip from her channel talking about the massive amount of tax debt that she was in when she left, allegedly, Niji Sanji. She did not at any point in her rant or video talk about the fact that the company was Niji Sanji. She simply said ex-employer. She simply said ex-employer.
I have a riddle for you. Why does the United States not have free healthcare?
The same reason why the United States doesn't have truly free and automated tax filing systems, and it's because a handful of companies are making a ridiculous amount of money keeping it that way. So they are paying a lot of money to keep it that way. Imagine all the jobs they could add if they just had people do taxes for the rest of the country instead of an individual doing it. No, exactly. So, allegedly, Niji Sanji, she was talking about how they were withholding.
Going on corpo rants. Ever heard of V&U?
What's V&U? I've never heard of V&U. I don't know what that one is, actually. I've never heard of that one, Mark. So, allegedly, Niji Sanji, former employer, was supposedly withholding her taxes. And the way that they work in Indonesia for her is that the company withholds your taxes and they pay the government directly, and you don't really have to file or do anything, and the government will eventually contact you if you owe additional taxes or if you've paid too much, etc. That's how it's more or less handled. She got contacted by the government saying essentially that they had not received any tax payments whatsoever for 2 years, even though she was filing annual paperwork to say how much money that she was making. They were like, yeah, so you filed your paperwork saying how much money you made. You never actually sent us any money for your taxes. And she's like, well, that doesn't make any sense. From my impression of it, my company was withholding it and paying it to you. And she goes back to the company, allegedly Niji Sanji, and says, well, where is this money? Where is this withholding? And they told her, well, it's for our taxes. And it was just kind of left at that, ambiguous. And obviously, as the internet hive minds tend to go, everyone on the internet, Twitter specifically, which, as we all know, Twitter is a wonderful cesspit of frankly, children who've never had to pay fucking taxes in their life and have no idea what's going on or how working for a company works, immediately began assuming that Niji Sanji was stealing money to pay their own personal company taxes. Wait, aren't you on Twitter? We already agreed that I'm cancerous, Bacon. We already agreed earlier that I'm cancerous, okay? It was a collective what the fuck moment of people assuming that Niji Sanji is stealing money and committing tax fraud and evasion and robbing people, and I felt like I had to chime in for some godforsaken reason. For some godforsaken reason, felt like I actually had to chime in on this one. So here we are, talking about taxes. Because apparently nobody knows how fucking taxes work, and we're gonna have a tax lecture right now, talking about this situation in particular that is blown up going on the internet because I can't escape this much reaction
Insert the John
and
Mayer.
notifications to my
I could
fucking
find
content
Niji.
because I made a post talking about Niji Sanji taxes. So, they should have paid the taxes no matter what. They knew the taxes are due and they barely pay their talents. That's the thing, Sonic. They don't know what taxes are due. They don't, because they are not located in Indonesia and they have no idea of Indonesian tax law. I am not saying that this is Michi's fault by any means. I'm not blaming her. She seems super responsible, super respective to taking care of, you know, her own personal business and organized as far as like a young person is. But the company does not. How do I know Indonesian tax law? Well, how funny would that be if I was actually an international tax analyst? And one of my jobs is researching the treaties between countries, the tax treaties. How funny would that be? No way! No fucking way! How funny! How convenient would that be? I know! It's almost like I actually wrote last year's entire analysis on international tax law treaties for like one of the major accounting consulting firms last year. No, it couldn't be me. That's certainly, I'm not that gal. I don't know what you're talking about. See, that's the problem. Even my company got a CPA to make sure I got my taxes done. No, exactly. So, stop. I'm going to make you pee your pants. I know. Oh my god, my big titty kaiju lady on the internet that talks about balls and Gundams all day has a real job. What is this? What fucking is this? Oh my god, my immersion's being broken. I thought this stream was supposed to be nothing but pure cancer, and instead we're talking about the fucking taxes. What the shit? What the actual shit? And I made the mistake, as one does, of chiming in, and you would not believe the amount of fucking questions I'm getting on this post about tax shit. So here we are now talking about it. Hello, the trans thing. Hi, HK. Look at all this. Look at all these questions. And frankly, I have a job. I couldn't respond to all of them. Hi, Black Jesus. What's poppin', homie? What's good? What happened? Internet drama. We're talking about internet drama today, is what's happening. So, today, in the most funnest of fun ways, we're going to talk about this drama. I wanted to start off by actually watching the Michi clip in particular. I wanted to take a minute. We're going to actually sit down. We're going to watch this clip together on YouTube, please. Thank you. We're going to actually sit down. We're going to watch this clip together. I didn't mean girls drama. I did. It blew up. People got very upset. All these people get a tax extension because they don't know how to pay. Tax extensions do not make it where you don't have to pay. Internet drama, tax drama. I know, tax drama. The only thing that I'm actually qualified to talk about live on the internet, holy shit, something that I'm actually qualified to commentate on. I usually avoid all of this drama because I think it's kind of stupid, to be honest. Maybe I'm just a little bit too old for it, but like whenever I see like drama, like, oh, so-and-so traced my art, blah, 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 I'm like, okay. Or like, you know, so-and-so is having drama. I'm like, that sucks, dude. That sucks, homie. Maybe it's just the old lady in me to like not give a flying fuck about shit anymore. You know? I don't know if anybody else is like that, but like it takes quite a bit to make me pique my interest in some kind of drama. Can I marry you strictly so you can do our taxes and I never have to look at them again? No, you can't. I don't even do, actually I do my own taxes. You're not wrong. I do. I do all of my own taxes. I actually extended mine because I didn't feel like organizing all my paperwork yet. I gotta get on that shit. They're due soon enough. How about those scam posts where they steal VTuber models and pawn them off as their own? Whatever, man. They're scammers. Just block and move on, I guess. Block and move on. Don't buy things from people via Twitter alone. Get references from people you know. Or buy things that friends have purchased before and personally recommend. That's how you do it, ordering services. I've had commission money practically stolen for a very long amount of time before, so I feel like I learned that lesson pretty early on. With taxes, you either pay or you don't. The IRS owes you money. Exactly. The IRS will claw it back eventually. Hi, Skullender. What's poppin', homie? Boy fucking howdy. Boy fucking howdy. We're gonna watch this video real quick. We're gonna pause the music. We're gonna give this video a watch. This is a whole thing. Now, mind you, this title here, the Michi Michovi's previous employer screwed up her taxes. That is not her title of this clip. This is whoever uploaded this clip. They titled it that. So this isn't her saying that. She seems much more willing to accept that, like, part of the blame falls on her shoulders. However, I will give her the benefit of the doubt and say, like, I have watched this video in its entirety already. I actually watched the entire video on my drive into the office on Monday when this video first came out. And it gave me it gave me access to the office and all of my paid software where I can look up various tax treaty law for free on my office computer. And my busy season's over. Tax filing is done. I'm like in a downtime right now. I don't have much to do. So I spent 2 entire days just researching this issue, okay? So we're gonna watch the video. Hi, Winter, what's poppin'? This can only end poorly. It's not gonna end too poorly. We're gonna have a good time.
Like, I'm very aware of this, so I try to be very careful with my money. Thankfully, I can say, like, this is very self-centered, but I'm relieved to say that I have never once really had to suffer too much. I did have one issue that put me in a really bad place. Because this was my first and hopefully last financial problem I've ever really encountered because of, like, it's not even my fault, right? Like, because keep in mind, I am insanely paranoid about this. So I've always been scared about being in debt. And here's like a little story. Please do not...
As you should. Let me just say, as you fucking should. Don't be in debt, you guys. Don't be in debt. It's a bad trap that winds up with you being stuck. It's nice to see people, especially VTubers, because it's very easy to fall into VTuber debt traps with how much shit that you have to buy to be a VTuber. I missed you too, Winter. Welcome back, homie. With how much shit that you have to buy to do any sort of VTuber content whatsoever, it's easy to fall into the trap of just kind of adding it into debt and then trying to start paying it off slowly as you get back. It's not good. It's a really bad fucking idea.
Like, I know some people will speculate and shit. Like, I just want you to know, it's already over. It's in the past. No speculating. It's just something that a story that I can finally tell, right? So, I have been working since I was like 14,
Counterpoint,
15.
get a
Like,
country level debt where you trade debt with other countries. True,
know?
Jesse,
Okay,
true.
good. Okay. So I've always worked ever since I was younger. So the moment I turned 18, I immediately applied for, like, you know, my MPWP, like my taxes, right? That's like a tax number is, I think, what it's called. I forgot.
So in other countries, it's basically really common. I'm just rolling with the assumption that the majority of the people in here are in the US. Basically, in the US, you get your tax ID number, which is your social security number, the day that you're born. Or you get, if you're like me, you get your tax ID number, your social security number, on the day that you get citizenship. You can also get tax ID numbers by applying for non-resident tax ID numbers. There's like a bunch of different ways. I-9, is that the form? There's like a bunch of different forms that you can apply to get an American tax ID number. In a lot of other countries, you don't get that automatically. Your entire life isn't, your whole life isn't tied to a fucking ID number that can be stolen. You get it when like you're an adult and you start making money and you have a job, or you need like some sort of government services that need to be tracked or things like that. You don't just automatically get assigned one that can be stolen, where you wind up in situations where your credit is stolen as a 5-year-old by like some aunt or uncle or even your parents to use it to buy credit cards and stuff. You're learning all your financial decisions from VTuber streams. That's probably the most based place to learn about financial decisions. It's probably the most fucking based place to learn about that, to be fair. Might as well learn it from an anime girl instead of some boring dude on YouTube, huh?
But I immediately applied for that, even though my income wasn't enough to pay taxes. It's just like, just to be safe, right? I know I act like a gremlin and shit, like I act like an asshole, but I really, really do not want to go to jail. So I've immediately had like, tax registration number. So basically I registered myself into like all this shit, because in my country, it's not automated. You have to like sort it out and then go to the office, IRL.
Yep. You have to go to the office, actually apply for it. It's right. a whole thing. So, it's a whole fucking thing.
There are plus and minuses of that.
Which, if you are not American and you are coming to the US to work or do things, it's a whole fucking thing. Like, you have to do interviews, you have to do your applications, you have to submit a bunch of fucking paperwork. It's a fucking hassle. It is a massive fucking hassle to try and get a tax ID number in the US. A huge pain in the ass.
System that I won't talk about because it is a little bit political, and I'm not gonna talk about that because I don't know. All I know is I'm a good citizen. I am a good law-abiding citizen that I've always paid my taxes the moment I turned 18. So when I was 18 to around 20, 18 to 20, I didn't earn enough to pay my taxes, so thankfully I didn't have to go through that. But I was very, very aware of how the system worked, right? Because unironically, I was so scared of like going to jail for like tax evasion or some shit, because like, especially if I didn't mean it, you know, like.
Which by the way, people always talk about how scared they are about going to jail for tax evasion, especially like in the US. People make a lot of jokes about going to jail for tax evasion or not paying your taxes or whatever. And a lot of people, like, if you wind up, there's a ridiculous amount of people that I have met who have, like, wound up with, like, massive, massive amounts of tax debt. And I mean, like, huge amounts of tax debt. And, like, will avoid talking to the IRS because they're like, I'm going to go to jail, blah, 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 blah. What's going to happen to me? I don't want to go to prison. They're actually really nice. They're actually really fucking nice. If you are willing and able to make even the smallest amount of payments to try and get on top of your tax debt, they're willing to work with you and they're okay with it. You're not just gonna get tossed into prison. There's a lot of things you gotta do wrong to get locked up for tax crimes in the US. Exactly! And the other thing is that, okay, let's say you're a bad guy. Okay, let's say you're a bad fucking guy and you know what? Your hobby is flying planes, specifically to Colombia, and bringing back packages to the US and selling those packages. All for cash, all underhanded. You're just a transport guy, but you know what? For some reason, you have a hunch that money's not super legal, and you might go to jail if someone knew that you were flying in your private jet to Colombia and coming back every weekend. However, if you just report the cash to the IRS, they won't tell anybody where the money came from. They're just happy that you paid them, okay? They're not going to call the popo on you as long as you pay the taxes that you owe on it. You have to report and pay that money. They don't give a shit where the money came from. They don't care. They're not bothering with you. You could be selling your booty on the highway or flying to Colombia, bringing back nice little packages, anything, any matter of, potentially illicit activity. The IRS just wants their cut, okay? IRC, the IRS is a line item for reporting stolen money as income. Exactly. It's okay. It doesn't matter where the money came from. Rob a bank, whatever. IRS just wants their cut of the cash. You know what? That stolen money in the bank was going to go somewhere eventually, so they want their cut. You're saying instead of them being lawful evil, like we thought they're actually neutral. They are the truest neutral of neutral. They don't give a shit if you're evil. They don't give a shit if you're good. All they care, I would say lawful neutral. Yeah, I would say lawful neutral. They're okay, they have to report. They do. Do they have the okay to report? Like if they wanted to call the popo? I don't think anyone would care. Honestly, you can't. I don't know. I don't know if they're allowed to. All I know is they don't. Probably out of principle so that they can continue getting the tax revenue. Because it's kind of like one of those things. It's like one of those things. Oh, thank you for goth mode, Blaz. It's like one of those things where essentially, like, if you go to the hospital for something that happened that's illegal, right? Like, let's say you and your buddy is just like super blitzed on something. Also, hi Katora, welcome in. Welcome. You and your buddy is like really sick and really blitzed on something, all right? And you go to the hospital. The hospital is not gonna call the popo. The hospital's not calling the popo. They're there to take care of you. Mwah, forehead kisses. Thank you. Hi, Nike. What's poppin'? They're there to take care of you. And the reason why they don't do that, if like a friend brought you to the hospital, is because they don't want to prevent people from going to the hospital when they need help. Essentially, is what happens. They don't want to prevent you from doing
makes
it.
You look kind of dangerous. I almost feel like I should be calling you mommy.
You should be calling me mommy. Probably. I'm giving you taxes. Well, let me clarify. I am not giving anyone tax advice today. I am a tax accountant. I am not yours. I'm not yours. And I'm certainly not giving tax advice today. A person jailed is a customer lost. Exactly. So why you never lie to an ambulance? They only want to help you. It's so true. It's so true. I'm not claiming liability for any of this. We should be well aware. I don't claim liability for shit ever. This is not legal tax advice. These are personal musings by a jiggly
Okay,
VTuber. Exactly. That's exactly what's fucking happening. So I've been talking about finances for the last hour. We'll get to it, okay? We'll get to it. I just keep pausing the video to talk about these things. We'll keep watching.
I tried my best to learn everything. But the moment I turned like around 20, that's when I started getting like a job, right? Like I got an office
So
job.
basically this whole thing is she's explaining how when she turned 20, she got her tax numbers, she got a real job, and at those jobs in Indonesia, mind you, they're jobs in Indonesia, one of the big things is that they will withhold your taxes and pay it to the government on your behalf. Which, we do that in America, we do that in Canada, fucking everywhere does it, alright? Everywhere does it. We'll quote you to our tax software overlords. Fuck tax software, man. Fuck tax software. 100%. 100%. We're gonna skip forward.
That's the kind of person I am. I would much rather give the government more money. Because, first of all, paying taxes is a good thing. I know people are like, nya, taxes. But that's how your country works. And you want to support it. And I want to support it. So I would much rather overpay a little bit, right? So we had a whole system set up, and basically for like 2 years, I never spent any money out of my own wallet to pay the tax. I did I did file them, but I never really spent money because every month they took 10% anyways for my taxes. Right? And like that's what we discussed. And it was written even that it's like, oh yeah, they took money for taxes.
Basically the same way that it works with withholdings here. More or less. You get a job, you tell them what percentage of stuff to take out, the government withholds the money, and then they just kind of pay your taxes on your behalf, like your payroll taxes as part of like withholding from your paycheck. If you do not do that in the US, you have a weird tax situation, your company doesn't withhold any of your payroll taxes on your behalf, you generally are required to make quarterly estimate payments on your taxes. Not just wait until the end of the year and then pay all your taxes. They don't like that. You're required to make, especially if you're making over a certain amount of money, payments every 3 months to start like counting down on the payments is more or less what the government wants. And they will fine you for not doing that if your tax burden is large enough.
It's not like, oh, it's just a verbal thing. You don't know if they did. They did. There's written proof that they did.
Does
So
she
I
get pay
never
stubs?
spent
Yeah,
any
she's just
money out of
explaining
my
that
own
she got
wallet
pay
because it's
stubs and
already
she looks at
deducted,
them.
Right. And then TLDR, 2 years later, I got sent a letter from my local government that I have actually been avoiding taxes. And they were like, onto my ass. They were like, hey, by the way, you haven't paid your taxes in 2 years. And according to your report, you have earned a significant amount compared to your last paid taxes. And you are late by like 2 years, so we will have to add interest fees. And that's when I start shitting myself a little bit.
Yep. That's essentially it. That's, we've gotten to the crux of the video at this point. Yes. So essentially she's basically just confirmed that she gets pay stubs. She looks at them. Niji Sanji essentially says in the pay stubs that they are withholding 10% for taxes. And she was going with the assumption that her 10% withholding for taxes was being paid to her country's government. Because here's the crux of the fucking issue. Everyone on the internet, and I mean fucking everyone on the internet, was kind of railing on. I can literally scroll through this right now. And people are talking about how Niji Sanji is stealing money. It's illegal. It's tax evasion. It's tax fraud. They're doing crazy shit with making sure, like, withholding her money and stealing it to pay their personal taxes. None of that is happening. We talking about what piece of shit Niji Sanji is? We are, but we're also making fun of people who think that this is what's wrong. In reality, not to be on the side of Niji Sanji, because we are all aware that Niji Sanji are pieces of shit. We're all aware that Niji Sanji are massive pieces of shit. They're assholes. Nobody likes them. They're bad company. But they're bad company in the way that they are a woefully cheap, disorganized, mismanaged company, and not necessarily an evil corporation that is attempting to steal a VTuber's money. You have no idea what a Niji Sanji is? Niji Sanji is Michi Michovi's ex. It is Niji Sanji is Michi Michovi's ex talent management agency, essentially. So what corporate VTubers will do, if you want to be a VTuber, but you don't necessarily want to do a ridiculous amount of the day-to-day things, or you simply want more stuff, like more opportunities, more branding, more merchandise management. You get a talent management agency, and what they essentially do is they are the overarching head, and for the content that you make and the revenue and earnings that you get a percentage cut of those earnings and merchandise sales and revenue sent to you as a paycheck. So it makes VTubing a lot more accessible for like an employee perspective. Technically, they are independent contractors. They're not employees because they set their own schedule, they make their own content, they work when they want. If they fought that in court, I feel like the courts wouldn't hold up saying that they're independent contractors. I think if she actually chose to take it to court, the court would align saying that no, actually, you are an employee and they have misassigned you as an independent contractor. But that's not what she's doing right now. Niji's not being illegal here. They're just looking out for their livers in this situation. Not looking out for their livers in this situation. Most people don't understand international taxes. Exactly. Fucking-exactly. People in Niji paid the taxes to Japan and not Indonesia, and that's a mistake. It's not actually necessarily a mistake. One of the biggest things, so I do actually work in international tax. One of the biggest things, everyone's saying that this is, they fucked up by not communicating with her, by saying that these are Japanese taxes, not your income taxes that you owe to Indonesia. You're responsible for paying those. We're withholding for your Japanese taxes. Essentially what's happened is Japan, like most countries, oh shit, brushy and a head pat at the same time? Thank you. Most countries, if there is a person earning income in their country that does not reside in that country, they require the company that is paying out that income. Christ. They require the company that is paying out that income to preemptively withhold income taxes so that they can make sure that the government gets paid. They can make sure that the government gets paid. So essentially, like, let's say I go to Japan. Okay, hypothetically, me, little old me, I go to Japan and I make money over there. I'm going there legally on like a temporary work visa to go to a convention, and I'm getting paid $1,000 to go to this convention, right? The convention that is paying me is legally required to withhold a portion of that income to Japanese taxes. Now, when I get back to the US, I still have to pay the US taxes based on the full $1,000 that they paid me. And then what happens is I take my tax filings and I send those back to Japan and I say, hey, Japan, look, I understand that you withheld taxes from me for this income that I earned from a convention that I attended over there. However, I paid taxes in the US on that income. Can you refund me? And Japan will send me a refund of the taxes that were withheld because the US and Japan have a treaty with each other. Now, in situations like Michi, where she lives in Indonesia, which has a really low tax rate, what actually happens is this is a terrible plan. You should just move to Japan. I know, right? I fucking know. If a company who deals with people from other countries and hires people from other countries, isn't it your responsibility to hire someone who knows how to work with various countries' tax laws? You would want it to be. It is customary and it is expected that they do so. However, it is not a legal requirement for them, which is the really fucking unfortunate part. Normal fucking companies, right? Normal fucking companies that are healthy and well managed and like to take care of the people working for them want to make sure that the people that are working for them have a good financial situation so that they can have a healthy fucking life. Hi, Fallen! What's poppin'? Welcome to my tax rant. The most companies want the people who work for them to be happy, financially stable, well-rounded people so that they can continue doing great work. But it's not a legal requirement for your company to do jack all about your taxes. Is it normal and super customary and really important for companies to hire specifically global mobility accounting firms to analyze their international taxes and payroll taxes? Yes. Do shitty companies like Niji Sanji legally have to do so and can save their bottom dollar by not doing so and leaving it up to the VTubers who then have to deal with a major tax case on their hands later on? Yeah, technically it's acceptable. It's not illegal. VTubers and well-rounded people don't line up all the time. T-streamer, I know. Wouldn't you guys be surprised that I'm a well-rounded person with a house and a dog and a job? What? And a car? A car that's registered and has insurance? Wow, crazy. I've never been to jail before, except for picking somebody up from jail. I've never personally been in there. I just fucking lied. I have been to jail. I want my employees to be constantly on edge so they don't have the self-esteem to talk back or leave. That's actually, I'm not gonna lie, that's actually a tactic that a lot of companies use when they hire foreign people. It's not uncommon, specifically. Okay, so I studied abroad in Japan. I have many friends who taught English as a Japan. As an entire thing, they would get contracts with companies that provide foreign English teachers to Japanese schools. Those companies will exploit the ever-living fuck out of you, underpay the ever-living fuck out of you, not provide stuff, basic necessities, but because they pay for all of your housing, because they sponsor your visa, because they're in control basically monetarily of all of your stuff, they can rip you off like a motherfucker and you can't do anything about it, necessarily. Like, sure, you could try to fight it in court later on, but generally they're not doing anything that's necessarily illegal. Like Chris Broad, exactly. Was I the hardest perp in lockup? No, I cried like a bitch. I'm not gonna dilly-dally with that one. I cried like a bitch. Seems excessively stupid, but I guess it would be difficult to make global law. It is difficult to make global law. Lost your watch? Oh, a big joke about losing your watch. Hello! I was not maybe the hardest, but not. How did you guys know that I get bricked up when I start sobbing, okay? I reminisce a little bit, all right? So, essentially what it boils down to is, back to Michi Michovi. She lives in Indonesia. Technically, Indonesia and Japan have a no double taxation treaty. Thank you, Winter, for the gifted sub. I appreciate it. Thank you. Technically, Indonesia and Japan have a no double taxation treaty. However, Indonesia has a very low tax rate. What happens when you have a country with a high tax rate, Japan, and a country with a low tax rate, Indonesia, and you have income taxes on income that is technically sourced from Japan? Well, then you wind up with a weird situation where, unlike in my previous example, they kiss, they swap spit a little bit, just like the littlest amount of spit. Just the littlest amount of spit. They do be swapping. No, so instead of my situation that I explained earlier, where you go over to Japan, you make money, you come back to the US, and you say, hey, I paid income taxes, a lot of it, on this money. Give me all my money back that was withheld. And they say, sure thing, here you go. Instead, you have your Indonesian tax returns with a listing of, here's all the taxes I paid in Indonesia. You go back to Japan and you say, here, look, you have no double taxation treaty. Give me my money back. And Japan will look at it and say, yeah, that's right. We withheld $100 in taxes from you. You paid $50 in taxes to Indonesia. We're not giving you your $100 back. You can have $50 back. And that's how international tax works. TLDR. That's how it works. There was... I'm being educated on international tax exchange, like that one time Jennifer Lopez didn't pay her taxes in another country. Exactly. That's also where you can come up with fun ways to move money around, because
taxes are HARRRRDMMM.
they are hard. That's where you wind up with a lot of fun areas of taxes that I have worked in, something very specific. You guys probably haven't heard the term before. There's an entire tax practice called transfer pricing. And essentially, transfer pricing is like that one meme. Hang on, let me show you guys that one meme. It's this. Working in transfer pricing essentially makes you one of these guys.
Very well. They're coming. Now we'll see how these Russians deal with a crack SS division.
Hans?
Have courage, my friend.
Yeah. Hans, I've just noticed something.
These communists are all cowards.
Have you looked at our caps recently?
Our caps?
The badges on our caps. Have you looked at them?
What? No. A bit?
They've got skulls on them. Have you noticed that our caps have actually got little pictures of skulls on them?
I don't,
Hans, are we the baddies?
Let's see. We should be able to hold them at this point.
This is essentially what working in transfer pricing tax is, which, by the way, I have worked in transfer pricing before, okay? Okay? The entire point of working in a transfer pricing consulting department is essentially your entire fucking goal is figuring out what country to hold, what countries in the world should hold your intellectual property so that you don't have to pay taxes on things. That's the whole goal of transfer pricing. It was a lot worse in like the 80s and the 90s when transfer pricing started being a thing, which is where we got the Panama Papers from, essentially. But essentially, it's basically entirely that. Basically, entirely that fucking clip is what transfer pricing is. Where you're actually the bad guy. Sure, you know, the people with the big corporations that had, you know, the Panama Papers being a thing, with like putting all of their money in Panama and Ireland and other crazy tax loophole places. There was a whole slew of accountants that were working at big firms that were figuring out exactly how they could do that and how it works. Which my direct boss was one of those people. So, literally in the 90s, worked at a transfer pricing firm, figuring out how to do Panama Papers. It's kind of fucked up if you think about it. I think it's really funny. Like, a high key, he is the nicest, like, most well-rounded, wholesome person that I've ever met. But I'm like, man, you like fucked over the entire government for a good significant chunk of taxes, my dog. My dog. Holy shit. 1 degree of separation from the Panama Papers is insane. No. I know. It's a little crazy to think about, honestly. It's a little fucking crazy to think about. But yeah, more or less, moral of the story, I had questions from people. I think, even as we've been sitting here, you guys, I've gotten 11 new fucking notifications on this goddamn post. When you said you were a little naughty, this isn't what chat had in mind. I am so sorry, chat. I'm so sorry. I thought you were excited about me being naughty. Instead, it turns out that I'm just legally evading, or was one step away from legally evading taxes, okay? The best kind of naughty. We're sticking it to the man. Just, not the kind of naughty where I'm sticking it in a man, The other kind of sticking is what we're doing. There was one fucking comment that I got, though. Hold up. There was one fucking comment that I got that I wanted to personally respond to on video so this can be clipped and sent to them, all right? That's the entire point. I wanted this clipped and sent to them, okay? Where is this person? Where is this person? I gotta scroll. Oh, we're scrolling now. We're having a scrolly moment. Boop, boop, boop. Boop, boop, boop. But first off, this one, no. I am not saying Niji committed tax fraud. No. Everything Maki's saying tonight is a work of fiction. Anything that appears to be based on fact is pure coincidence. Allegedly. Allegedly coincidental. Allegedly. I had a person ask a question where they were essentially asking, where are you? Here we go. It's this question. It's this question. Let's say the channels are owned by Niji JP, so Niji Japan. So all of the YouTube money gets paid to Niji Japan, which then they distribute to the talents. Since they're being paid by YouTube, do they have to be paid taxes? Do they have to pay taxes for that? Is it possible that those were the taxes that they were paying? So essentially what the question that they're asking is, yes, Niji Japan does have to pay taxes on the income that they receive from YouTube, but I don't know if this comes across as too simplistic, but essentially the question that you asked brings us to a really, really funny tax concept called the infinite tax loophole, the infinite tax circle. Technically it's not infinite. Technically it takes about 5 to 6 iterations of calculations in order to end the loophole, and you get to a number that's relatively stable because there are only so many digits in money. If it was not money and it was like a non-monetary amount that wasn't limited to 2 digits, 2 percentile digits, then you could keep going for fucking ever. But technically it ends at like 5 or 6 iterations. If Niji Sanji was withholding money from the streamer in order to pay their taxes, the way that this works, essentially, a Niji Sanji receives income. I feel like I need to write this down. You guys are getting a fucking lecture now. You guys are getting a fucking lecture now. Hang on. Can I get like a notepad or something? Notepad. Can I get a notepad? Does that work? Write your notes online? Online notepad? Oh, hell yeah. Here we go. Here's a breakdown. Here's essentially, we're busting out the paint. Here's essentially how it fucking works. We're gonna put this in big font so you guys can see it. So here's Niji Sanji. Oh wait. Here's YouTube income. Let's say that's fucking $100. All right, hear me out. Let's say that's $100. Beautiful. Niji Sanji has made it $100. Well, they pay Michi, I don't know, we'll say they pay her $40. Okay? They've paid Michi $40. That means their income...
So when are we getting all our teachers replaced by cute anime girls?
I know, right? We're having classroom sessions now. Their net income. How much is that, class? How much is 100 minus $40? That's $60. Their net income is $60, and that means they pay taxes on $60. But let's say from Michi's cut, they withheld, oh my gosh, they withheld $10 from it. Withhold $10. Well, now their net income is actually $50, which means that they are paying, or sorry, other way. I can do math, I swear to God. Their net income is $70, which means that they owe more taxes, which means in order to finish paying the taxes, they would have to go back to Michi and say, hey, no, actually, that wasn't enough money. That wasn't enough money. We need you to hold more money. And then that money would all, the net income, let's say they withhold, suddenly it's $15 instead. No, now their net income is $75 and they owe more taxes. And they would need to go back to Michi and say, hey, actually, we didn't withhold enough money. We owe more taxes. It creates a weird infinite tax loop, which is why a company does not withhold from contractors to pay the business taxes. That's why they don't do it. If they were looking to withhold or steal money from people, they would do so under something that's a little bit more shady and underhanded. They would do something shittier. They would do something like tack on a bunch of miscellaneous fees, or, you know, do that trick that people experience when they work at, like, what's it called?
Myself. There's no way she's gonna quadruple down on explaining the tax.
I'm explaining the tax thing! I'm explaining the fucking tax thing, okay? That's what we're doing. We're explaining the tax thing today. I'm quadrupling down on it. So, if a company was actually going to steal from you, yeah, if they were going to steal from you, they would do it in an underhanded, shady kind of way, not a way that is on the books listed under tax. Essentially, is what it boils down to. Water, $30, napkin, $10. Yeah, we always charge for those. Exactly. Fucking exactly. Anyway, that's my TED Talk, and that's it. That's the whole ass TED Talk. Who wants to ask, class, raise your hand. Who wants to ask me questions about taxes? Yippee! Yippee! You have my attention on taxes because I've been hyper-focusing on this for the last 2 days straight now. Yippee! Taxes! Hi, Chris the cat. How's it going? Hi. I know, you guys are so excited for this whole TED Talk that you didn't sign up for and you weren't expecting, huh? Everyone is so goddamn hyped because here I am doing an angry yelling TED Talk about taxes. You're good? How am I? I'm good. That's the end of the lecture, though, unless you cool cats and kittens have questions, in which none of this is legal advice. I am just answering your questions. I am a tax accountant. I am not your tax accountant. Would I actually teach taxes on stream like a thing? Absolutely not. No. I came here for Gundams and I got a goth lizard yelling tax advice at me. Yeah, you did. We did, in fact, just pay our taxes, unless you're me, in which case I have not filed taxes. I extended because I am lazy shit and I know how to extend. And I will file them eventually when I feel like doing my own taxes because I was busy doing other people's taxes this year, okay? I was a little busy taking care of other people's taxes, so my own got a little messy. I'm a mortgage professional, but I will not tell any of you how to purchase a house. I fucking understand that, homie. I understand that. She said, nah, I'm gonna do my taxes when I feel like, no shit. I did withhold taxes. I withheld enough money that I don't owe any taxes. I just don't feel like filing it. JK, I owe the IRS $900. I need to pay them. Rip me! At least I know exactly how much taxes I owe, okay? Oh, baby, tell me how messy your taxes are getting. I know. Let me talk dirty to you. Oh, shit. We got messy, dirty taxes. Just paid the IRS $200. Yippee. Hi, Yasri. Hello. It's okay. Look at what you missed. Look at what you missed, Yasri. You missed a tax lecture because people didn't know how taxes work. So we were talking about it because the internet is collectively filled with stupid people. All right. The internet is collectively filled with dumb people who have no idea how taxes work in general. Never mind international taxes. And don't worry, most accountants don't know how international taxes work either. It's a very strange niche, genuinely. Last year was 600, could have been worse. Could have been worse. Could have been worse. You got back money from making taxes because you don't make enough money? Yippee! Yippee! Getting money back on taxes! Yippee! Being broke! Yippee! Closest thing I'll get is my mom buying a house that I'll live in. I live in a house that my mom bought. If not for me, this is my mom's house. I just live here. She doesn't live here though. She lives in a van somewhere else. I don't know. She just kind of takes off. What about money? We were doing a tax lecture. Psycho Reaper, we were doing a little tax lecture. We're done talking about taxes. It's okay. You guys can escape about the tax conversation now. I know. So 2 years in a row, I broke even with the IRS, and this year they say I owe $1 USD. I had the prep double checked, and they showed me they owed $2, and they got back to you saying, never mind, we good, fam. That happens, dude. That happens. My favorite is when people complain about capital gains and estate taxes, and I'm like, you could save every penny for a decade and still not have to worry about either of those. Bro, okay, so I'm not allowed to, like, talk about clients that I worked with, okay? I'm not allowed to, like explicitly talk about clients that I worked with, you know, professional confidentiality. I will say, however, I did file taxes. So I didn't file taxes for normal people. I only filed taxes for people who had weird international tax problems, essentially. Like, if you lived in the U.S. and you worked in the U.S. the whole year and you only have U.S. citizenship and you only have U.S. bank accounts and you needed your taxes filed, I was not the person who did your taxes. If you were in Paris 6 months of the year and earned money over there and in the U.S. 6 months of the year, I filed your taxes. That was me. That's what I did. There was this guy that I did taxes for, okay? This hombre had like a normal ass job, you know, made like $40,000 a year, US dollars at his job. I don't know what he did. I have no idea. Made about 40,000 in that range. This hombre had $80 million in stocks that had to be $80 million in stocks, and worked a job that pays $40,000 a year. And I'm like, bro, if I had $80 million, you wouldn't see me again. You wouldn't see me. I'd be so fucking gone. I would not whatsoever deal with any of that stuff. Actually, that's a really funny secondary conversation. There is a tax law in effect. What? I don't remember the name of it. There is a dude, tax law, cause that one guy absconded citizenship. Hang on. I don't remember what the law is called. However, okay. Hi, Geocillin. Hi. There is this one guy. There was an entire U.S. tax law that was written about this guy, and it is fucking named after him, okay? This dude made hella fucking money. I actually think, okay, so he was one of the founding members of PayPal, I think. PayPal founding members tax law. Yeah. I think so. Peter Thiel? Yeah, Peter Thiel, co-founder of PayPal, made about $5 billion. $5 billion in stocks from PayPal. What this dude fucking did, okay? Maybe it wasn't Peter Thiel. It was one of these guys. Basically, he moved to a country in South America. 5 billion? 5 billion. Exactly. 5 billion. Moved to South America, got rid of his US citizenship, and now he doesn't have to pay US taxes on any of the stocks that he withdraws. On any of his capital gains from the company that he founded, because he got rid of his US citizenship and fucking dipped. So now he doesn't have to pay taxes on it. Wild. On a somewhat related note, the whole tax stuff, my sister-in-law works as an auditor for Capital One. Oh, hey, yo, nice. Goals? Yeah, exactly. Exactly. They wound up having to write an entire law about this dude, basically saying that you have to pay capital gains tax on stocks that were purchased in the US. And you can't just dip out of the fucking country and not pay taxes on your shit because you're not a citizen anymore. I think if you had $5 billion, you could afford to pay some taxes and still have billions. No, fucking exactly. You would still have you would have more money than you know what to do with. You would have more money than you could spend in a fucking lifetime with billions. You can afford to pay some taxes on it. Wild shit. I still, I can't fathom how people win the lottery. And have you guys heard about the lottery curse? Where essentially, like, within so many years, anybody who wins the lottery winds up filing for bankruptcy or going broke. Exactly. People going broke after winning the lottery. I can't even, in the wildest of possibilities, fathom how people manage to go broke after winning the lottery. Like, you get sure, you get, like, a big handful of... handful of cash, handful of stacks and stacks of dollary dues deposited into your account, and you don't really know what you're doing with it, but like wildly spending all of it. As someone who did finance at a casino, it's basically the default when people come into money. Yeah, but the thing is okay, so like I have an aunt and uncle, and essentially they're big casino spenders, all right? They fucking love the casino. They're like casino spenders to the point that like the casino will literally comp their entire stay for like an executive room. Like they get to stay in the fancy shit for free. They're big gamblers. They're not fucking broke because they don't spend all of their fucking money at the casino and they still go and have fun.
You have shows up demanding money because you didn't earn it.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I know there's a lot of people who, like, I think there's a handful of people that wound up getting, like, sued regularly after winning the lottery because suddenly they have money. And so, family members and whatever start popping up out of the woodwork trying to file lawsuits, being like, hey, you're rich now. Can I get a piece of that pie that you have over there? Tasty, tasty pie. Would I still stream if I won the lotto? If I won the lottery, I think I would take a break from streaming. I do play the lottery. I mostly buy scratch off tickets. I'm like a fucking grandma. I love my little scratch off tickets. And scratch off tickets, even if you win the big prize, it's never enough money to like retire on. Like I think the big prize is like $100,000 for the scratch offs. Which, like, if we're being honest, like, yeah, $100,000 is probably more money in one lump sum than I'll ever see in my life. However, it's not enough money to retire on by any means. So I wouldn't stop streaming. I would keep working. It would be a nice kickoff to my retirement, but it's not like an entire retirement in and of itself. Our biggest Wales win/loss came to a loss of about $30 million. God damn, dude. That's insane. That's a lot of fucking money. That's a lot of fucking money. What do they sue them for, though? literally like random stuff, like pain and suffering for historical events, make up shit, try and get them to hit them with their cars, pretend to be in accidents, that sort of stuff. Yeah. But when I do, sometimes I'll go buy the Powerball ticket when it's in like getting itchy close to the billions. Like when it gets a little itchy close to the $1 billion mark, I'll go buy a couple of Powerball tickets, and I'm just like, this could be fun a fun thinking exercise about like paying my $2 for my Powerball ticket gives me like 10 minutes of pretending that I might be wealthy one day, you know? So I like to think about what would happen if I won like the $1 billion lottery ticket, you know, the big one, the one with the B in it. Even if I won like the bills, I would still work and I would not do anything other than pay off my stuff and hide that I have it. I would hide it. I wouldn't tell anybody that I won the lottery. Would I take a break from streaming? Probably. I'd probably go take a vacation for like a year. I'd go on a year-long vacation and just do fucking nothing for an entire year. I think it would be the burnout from working so much for so long. I would be like, all right, bet. I'm going to go to Europe for 4 to 6 months. I'm going to go to Asia for 4 to 6 months. I'll be back eventually. Like, I'm going to dip. I'm gonna go hang out in foreign countries for a hot fucking minute. I'm gonna stay out the duration of my 90-day visas in every fucking country. Travel isn't nothing. Yeah, that would be fun. Yeah, I would go buy myself a cute little condo in Barcelona, which is like one of my favorite cities. I fucking love Barcelona. I'd go somewhere with cheap as fuck housing, get good Wi-Fi and chill. Yeah, good Wi-Fi is important. I'd get a cute condo in Barcelona. I'd get a really cute little condo in, I don't know, Kyoto, probably. I like Kyoto better than I like Tokyo. But Tokyo is a pretty nice, like, middle ground especially for flying over to Japan. Everyone flies to Tokyo. Nobody flies direct to Kyoto. She goes on hiatus and comes back with 10 new bottles in a merch line. No shit. Honestly, if I wound up like moving over to Japan and living there, I would probably just start streaming, but like walking around in Japan, you know? Like, here we go. We're live streaming today. Let's go walk around and go look at some Gundam statues. I don't know that I would stream regularly, but I'd love to add to my list of countries. South Africa is feeling lonely in that list. You've been to South Africa before? My friend from high school's dad was from South Africa. We always did that Mean Girls gag, like, bit where we would ask him why he's white. We'd be like, hey, you're from Africa. Why are you white, Pops? What are you doing? And he would just, like, grumble and, not speak to us because he was a British man and they don't fucking speak. I would start a genetic research and human modification company. Oh no. Would you make cat girls a thing, Micro? What would you guys do if you won the lottery? What would you guys do? You wouldn't get overwhelmed by all the Gunpla options and just sit there building them all day? I feel like I wouldn't buy too much stuff, honestly. I'd be too busy walking around looking at stuff. Like, I buy Gunpla because it's a cheap, easy hobby that I can do at home. If I had money and could afford to do things, I wouldn't be at home. I would go out. For a month, you went to see your fiance and we called off the engagement. Oh, bro, that's rough. Oh, bro, that's rough. Oh, no. Oh, no. You just get weirder and more out of pocket, but in a respectable way. I would wail on small VTubers. I would find small VTubers hanging out, like, on Twitch, doing, like, little streams and whatever. And I would just, like, waltz in. I'd drop $1,000 dono, and then I'd watch them cry. Just for, like... We already had the conversation that I get bricked up by tears, so... Thousands wasted, but it was fun. As long as it was fun. I would start off with the things that everyone wants, stuff that would sell like crazy. I'm not sure what the big difference between people and cat girls. Ayo. Speaking of money and spending a ton on it, did I see the P Bandai drop? I did see that P Bandai had another release of the PG Astray, not PG Unicorn Perfectibility, if that's the one you're talking about. If they had a new drop, I haven't seen any of the new drop. Hang on. P Bandai. P Bandai. Yeah, this bad boy right here. This bad boy right here. This Perfectibility, the PG one. PG Genix. Not the Phoenix narrative? Phoenix. This bad boy right here? Yo, that looks pretty sweet. $480. That's really cool, though. That's really fucking cool, though. I don't like it as much as the Perfectibility, but I do think it's cool. I do think it's cool. Hang on, let's go back. Are their pre-orders still open? What are you? Why are you pink? Why is it pink? I love it! Holy crap, I want this so bad! Yo! I want this so fucking bad! Look how cute that is! Holy shit! If it's pink, it means it's still... Jesus Christ. What else is in here? I haven't browsed P Bandai in a hot minute. Where's the Perfectibility? There it is. Here's the PG Perfectibility. Okay, so pre-orders don't close till August 2nd. I have till August 2nd to buy this. That's good, because I'll have a paycheck from my new job before then, and I'll be able to buy that. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Pre-orders don't close till August 2nd. Hell yeah. Do they ever close pre-orders early? Chat, I've never ordered from P Bandai. Do they ever close pre-orders early? Technically till August 2nd or until it sells out. Do we think that it'll sell out before August 2nd? If pre-orders get... Do you think the PG will sell out? It is kind of expensive. It is $358. Do you think it'll sell out? There's a chance? No! No! I don't want it to sell out. I want to buy it, but I don't start my new job until the 20th, which means my first paycheck won't be till the June 6th at the earliest, June 7th at the earliest, maybe June 14th. Mouth-watering. I don't have $358. I just spent $500 on taking my cat to the vet for them to tell me that she's fine and to give her wet food. And maybe she'll eat more. Lucky it has had a few prints. Okay, cool. You know, technically you don't have to pay off the credit cards. You don't understand. You don't understand. I had to pay the cat bill. I don't have money. I get paid Friday. That date to the Ren Fair can wait. Hey, yo. $500 later, cat is... No, that's exactly what happened. They gave Kitty a listen to at the vet. Okay, so Kitty went to the vet a couple of days ago. They gave her a big old listen to. They listened to her heart, and they were like, oh, she has like a small heart murmur. Nothing to worry about, like nothing to be concerned about, just the smallest of heart murmurs, okay? And then they were like, well, let's do some blood tests or whatever. Let's do some blood tests. And they were like, yeah, her kidneys are starting to slow down. The Takara models, you're guessing they're customized? Takara models. Takara models. What? These guys? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, no, those are the light sets. Yeah, the lights. You can buy the lights for these. These are the lightings that I was looking at getting. Here, I'll move out of the way. This is the Gundam Gundam Unicorn Perfectibility set of lights that I was looking at purchasing. This one you can buy later. But like a finished model? I wouldn't want like a finished one. Oh, that's funny that he has the Thor. That's actually pretty cool. Finished model for $249. I don't see it. Oh, customized models. Here we go. Customized. RX-78. Oh, I've actually seen his underwater Gundam thing. I actually follow this guy on Instagram. I have seen his underwater kit when he built it. It looks really fucking cool. The other. Okay, the last one. Gundam products. Mosho alloy mech finished model. This one. That's not the Unicorn Perfectibility. How do you do bubbles in resin? I have no fucking idea how you do bubbles in resin. I have no idea how you do bubbles in resin. Yeah, I was gonna say that's not the Perfectibility. That's something else. That's something else entirely. But these, yeah, he's got the Thor in here. A lot of his model kits are really cool. I like the posing on some of these, the way he photographs it. I love his Instagram. If you guys haven't seen his Instagram, it's fucking cool. What is this? Oh, I've seen all of these before on his Instagram. He does like entire videos of setting it up. They're really fucking sick. We're on the desktop. Aw, little magnet buddies. The resin gets bubbles in the mixing process unless you put it under a vacuum. Did I ever solve the tried out weathering kit problem or did I get a new one? I just put water on it, actually. You have to be super careful with how much water you put on it, otherwise it gets really runny. But putting water on it actually helped. Here, let's switch to makers and crafting, okay? Let's switch to makers and crafting, and we're gonna put what's our title? Playing with toys.
And his name is
Yo, boy! What's poppin', board? Thank you for the raid. How are you? Welcome. Welcome in, raiders! My name is Maki, also known as Kaiju Kanajo. We're playing with toys today. The fun kind, the plastic kind. Doing good, how am I? I'm doing great, actually. Doing phenomenal. You guys missed our entire lecture on... You guys missed our entire lecture on taxes? I don't even think I have the tab open with all the tax stuff that I had pulled up. I don't. You missed my tax lecture! Yippee! Yippee! And then we were looking at this earlier. Fuck, now you'll never know how to pay your taxes. I know, I'm so sorry, board. You'll never know how to pay taxes. The IRS is gonna come take you. Playing with toys. We're gonna be playing with some plastic model kits and whatever. Hanging out, chatting, doing bullshit. Plastic model kit time. Having a good fucking time. Also talking about Silvervale's new mouse pad, titty mouse pad, and her delightfully tasty looking gamer sups that I want to put in my mouth so desperately. I mean, I don't know what y'all are talking about. I don't know what you guys are talking about. Towel doing all the work? No shit. How is it even staying on? The physics don't make any sense to me. The physics don't make any sense to me. Yo! Welcome in, Sylvia Lockhart. Thank you so much for the raid. Hello. Welcome in, Raiders. My name is Maki, also known as Kaiju Kanajo. We're looking at anime boobs right now. VTuber physics are real. They can't hurt you. They can't. They're not real. VTuber physics aren't real. They can't crush you. The physics on this can't crush you or squish you or anything. Absolutely fucking not. That's not what happens here, all right? Sus, it's never sus, okay? It's never fucking sus. We're playing with toys. We're about to do some Gundam stuff. Frankly, I put all my shit away. Like, I don't have anything ready. I didn't know how long I was gonna... Don't bonk me. Don't fucking bonk me. You're playing Warframe and Sandland? What's Sandland? What is Sandland? What is that? I have no idea what that is. Anime game. Okay, an anime game. I see. Understand. Respectable anime game.
Oh, we actually came up with a way for VTuber physics to crush you. Think of what streaming will be like 100 years from now.
VR chat's already there. VR chat is already there. What do I think of those Takara models? I think they're amazing. He posts them all on TikTok. I watch all of his TikToks. I haven't watched him in a hot minute, but I love his fucking TikToks. They're great. Should try it. The story's good. Maybe I'll have to add that to the list of things to play. Thank you again. Let me get you a shout out here real quick. Did we get a shout out for Board too? I don't remember if we got a shout out for Board. Everyone, please go give Sylvia Lockhart some love. Thank you again for the raid. We'll give Board a shout out here in 1 minute and 51 seconds. I probably wouldn't buy one of his models just because, for one pure reason, and the reason alone is that I really like customizing my own models. I think it's a lot of fun. And I really enjoy the process. I can understand why someone would want to buy one of these customized models, you know? Like, they're fucking cool. Like, he makes them look really fucking cool. You like building your own models? I do. I understand, like, these look really dope, but I like building. And honestly, I want to get to a point with my building that I'm capable of selling models. 100 years from now, robots will be everywhere. You'll own a streamer girl robot that will mirror the streamer host. Well, I mean, technically, in VR chat, you can get crushed by anime girls. You just have to wear those haptic vests, you know? Haptic vests are already a thing. You can, in fact, already get crushed by an anime girl. It exists. You can pay someone to do that. Gunpla Plays sponsorship when? I don't know. That would be phenomenal. I would love a sponsorship with Gunpla Plays, but I am not sponsored by anybody at this moment. Other than I have an Amazon link where I can get some commission. I don't fucking know. I streamed a lot last year. People bought a lot of things off of Amazon using my affiliate link. I made like $2, I guess, if you count that as income. I haven't withdrawn it either. They keep sending me emails like, hey, you haven't sent us your tax registration information so that we can send you this money that you made last year. And I'm like, it's $2. It's not worth my time to fill out the paperwork. Like, I don't want to go through the hassle of filling out all that paperwork for $2. My dog, you can just keep that shit. My affiliate link money. I should probably fill it out eventually. I get an email like every week. Haptic vest plus Ready Player One treadmill equals immersion? No shit. You've seen haptic shock collars? What the fuck is a haptic shock collar? We had it for Ready Player One World? I hope not. And also, I am so sorry that I keep yawning today, you guys. Blind came down with a sinus infection yesterday, and now I worked from home today, and so I have been working from home and also trying to take care of Blind's sick ass this entire time. So I am also coming down with a fever and a sinus infection. But I did not want to cancel stream on you guys. When we were going to have a beautiful, lovely conversation about taxes, because I know how much you guys wanted to talk to me about taxes, okay? We wanted to sit here and chat about taxes. And by we, I mean me. Speaking of yawning, have you ever heard of the book The Tipping Point? I have not heard of The Tipping Point. No, I haven't. Yes, ish. Gonna go brush my teeth and such. Oh, have a good night, Sylvia. I appreciate it. Thank you for the raid again. I appreciate it. Let's get that shout out for Board. I think it's been a minute. I think it has been a full minute. We can get a shout out for Board Esquire, our lovely lawyer friend. Everyone please go follow Board. Board is one of my personal friends. Board's really funny. Board Esquire, the lawyer. They talk about the whole concept of reading the word yawn.
Mackie,
And
I think you should rest and take medicine. It's
how
good for
reading
you
the
to
word
be in
yawn
good
can
health,
make you
friend.
yawn.
Hold
Mood.
hands.
I do agree. I am actually, we're gonna have a very short stream today. We've almost been here for 2 full hours. I kind of jumped in here like as soon as stream went live within like a couple of minutes, essentially. We're not gonna do a long stream today. We're just gonna have a nice small little stream. We're gonna be cozy. I'm probably gonna go and take some medicine and go lay down and watch some videos or something. I don't fucking know. Maybe I'll go lay in bed for the next handful of hours. I'm gonna watch Fallout, possibly, because I've only watched 2 episodes of Fallout so far. And take a good fucking nap, because I thought about taking a nap earlier because I was like, I feel a little bit sick. Then I was like, I'll take a nap about it and start to stream. I did not take a nap. I just stayed awake the whole time. I just stayed up and was like, all right, good enough. Do you find it surreal that the Fallout show is the pop culture zeitgeist? I don't know what that means. I don't understand. Do I find it surreal that a Fallout show is in the pop culture zeitgeist? Like that it's a big thing? No, I don't really find it surreal. I think it's pretty normal, especially since we're coming off of you know, certain things being popular, like what else was popular? Fucking Game of Thrones was huge, and that's a fantasy series. And everybody fucking loved Game of Thrones. But, you know, it wasn't a big deal. Like, it was a big deal, but, like, you know. So now, this being popular, it just makes sense to me. It makes sense to me that it's popular. Jimmy Memer, thank you so much for the check-in. I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate ya. A whole bunches. You guys, I'm gonna get out of here. I'm gonna go take some medicine and feel better. I am going to send you over to someone who is incredibly fucking cute, though, that I love very much. I apologize for the short stream. I apologize for the short stream. I'm gonna get out of here. I'm gonna take a nap and hopefully feel better. I'm gonna actually send you guys off to somebody who totally, oh, thank you for the head pads. I appreciate it. Thank you. We're gonna raid Lost Sailor. She understands getting sick. She gets it. She's a fellow, chronically sick person. You're not late. It's just a short and small stream. I am sick, unfortunately. I started getting a fever. Blind has a sinus infection, and he blew his nose in my car so hard that it exploded through the bag and got all over him and me. So I have now been infected. I'm patient 0 in this sick train, apparently. But you guys, thank you for coming to my TED Talk. Mwah, kisses. I'm so sorry that you only came here to listen to me talk about taxes and nothing else. Mwah. I'll see you guys this weekend. We're gonna have weekend stuff. We're doing stuff this weekend. Mischief, hello. Goodbye. Goodbye, everyone. I'll see you guys. I'll catch you guys on the flip side, okay? I know, I'm so sorry. Have fun with Lost. Here's the raid message again. Mwah. Goodbye. Be good, kids.